For the moment, we've got someone on who's at the last laugh at the moment with a support act, Harry Who Didn't, who I've worked with. Harry Who Didn't is a fantastic act. He's a lovely guy too. But Dylan Moran was on the, what was it called in English? So You Think You're Funny at the Edinburgh Festival a couple of years ago. And everyone said, hey, this guy is absolutely wonderful. And it's great, it's wonderful, in fact, that he's out here in Australia and we've got him on the show right here tonight. You can see him at the last laugh in Collingwood, but you can see him right now. Dylan Moran!
Hello. I'm supposed to do jokes and stuff, but I don't really like jokes, you know, because people come out here and they go, 5 nuns go into a fishmonger's. I just think, no, they didn't. The nuns stayed at home, and the fishmonger stayed in the fish shop. That's the way life is. They probably didn't have any relationship of any kind, you know. They probably didn't even write to one another. Or if they did, it would have been a very short correspondence, you know. Dear fishmonger, we are nuns. See ya. And then the fishmonger would write back and go, dear nuns, go away. I'm very busy. I have to mung fish. Leave me alone. So I don't like jokes. But I arrived the other day here, and I'm living in this room, you know, by myself. And it's very weird when you're by yourself because you can get depressed very easily, you know. And you start making up all these lists to try and cheer yourself up and see what's good about your life. And the bad stuff is very easy to find. It comes out, you know. Everybody hates me. I'm in a weird place. I have no money. I hate my job. My skin is falling off. My legs are covered in jam. And then when you try to find good things, it's very hard, and all you can come up with is things like, I have lips. But I live in a big house normally with loads of people, and with men and women, you know, because London has everything. And it's much better living in a house with men and women. I used to live in a house with just guys, and we're very hygiene conscious, you know. We were very conscious that our lack of hygiene had created things that had consciousness, and some of them were bigger than us. They used to do our laundry. I think they were Spanish. But anyway, it's much better when you live in a house with men and women, because if you live with just guys, you notice that men aren't very sensitive with the subtler emotions. You know, if you're feeling a bit down, they tend to come in and say things like, ah, what's wrong? I'm depressed. Shut up! Here, have a beer. There you go. No, I'm suicidal. I can't carry on. I mean, that rubbish. That's for puffs. Swedish people, there you go, have some pornography. And it's much better if you live with women, because all you have to do is walk into a room and sigh, and somebody will come running from the garden with a brandy and a cake. Hello, do you want to talk about it? Anything you want? Sex, death, mascara. And women are much better with emotional signs, you know, picking them up. You hear women have really weird conversations like, I knew she was depressed, she didn't finish her tea. With guys, it's much more sort of, oh yeah, I knew he was a bit off, his head was on fire, you know. And men don't cry as often as women, and psychologists, you know, the people in cardigans come out and they explain to us why, and they say, well, you know, they're not able, they were born near an airport, their father had a plastic neck, the pieces of fruit in their shoes, and the cows, the milk, it clogs the eyes, that, you know, I don't know actually. But the reason men don't cry as often as women is because they know they look awful when they do. If you see a woman crying, you should get a chair and some friends and maybe make a quiche, because they do it so well. It has a kind of magnificence about it. They stand there and the tears roll down their cheek, and they can talk when they're weeping, you know. But with men, before they say anything, you're covered in snot, you know. And that's all for me. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.